When it comes to the success of ARK, many people have many opinions. On the one hand about why the game is successful, but some rather spiteful individuals also about whether the game is successful. If you believe the numbers, it is clear that ARK is very successful. Over the years it has managed to keep its players constantly in the game despite all adversities. The game concept of the sci-fi game with dinosaurs worked. Was it always serendipitous timing near the release of Jurassic Park movies? Or was it simply the breath of fresh air that the genre overrun by zombie games needed in 2015? I have my own theory as to why players have remained loyal to the game for so long, and I pin it down to two reasons. The first reason is private servers. The fact that players can host their own servers with ease and play with their friends on these servers, isolated from the world according to their own rules, is something that seems normal in these days. But in my eyes, it is exactly what the genre needed. Players on official servers provided by Wildcard are in the clear minority. This is mainly because the conditions of play on these servers often fit into the calendars of players who have no other commitments. With a decay time of 1 to 2 weeks for the base and a decay time for 1 week for animals, a long holiday is simply not possible. There is no room for other games. It's different on private servers. There you can turn off the server when you're not playing, or you deactivate the decay altogether and the bases remain in place even if the players don't have time or don't feel like playing. Also, having the freedom to decide who lives with you in this virtual world is a great advantage that private servers offer. Many people fed up with the conditions on official servers fall in love with the game a second time when they can play on a private server with their friends only. But do private servers really make such a difference? Let's take a look at a game from the same genre that has made hosting private servers not only complicated but also expensive: Atlas. Atlas World consists of a grid of servers that are networked together. Unlike an ARK cluster, however, these grids are effectively just biomes of one big world. Even the boss and the adventure areas are their own little servers in the grid. So if you want to play all of the content as a player, you need a grid, and that can be quite expensive if you're not hosting from home. Sure, there was a single server map, Blackwood, and our community played on this map for a while, but it was treated quite stepmotherly. I remembered a bug where the water in front of a harbor had no water volume, and ships simply fell to the bottom of the sea when you got too close. This was fixed after a year, but imagine players played on this map for a year with this broken water volume. Atlas was and is not a bad game. It has approaches to the game mechanics that I would like to see in ARK 2. For example, the crafting mechanic that relies on a variety of different resources instead of masses of the same resource. The armor in Atlas is beautiful, the shipbuilding, the sailing mechanics, the sounds are incredible, well done. The sea battles and the exploration are fun. And have you seen the water? But being forced to play on official servers to get the full Atlas experience is a big problem, and I think it hurt the game. But I spoke at the beginning about two reasons that I think make ARK successful. The second reason is mods, and ARK's attitude towards mods and modders. Mods and modders have always been part of the ARK infrastructure and have brought the game mechanics into the game that they felt belonged into the game. Some mods have even been brought into the official game and are now part of it. Studio Wildcat also has a sponsored mods program where they pay modders to continue working on their mods without having to worry about money. This is mainly done with very promising mods and extremely popular among the community. Mods not only improve game mechanics, but they also add new mechanics or change the game completely, be it modded maps, some of which later became official DLC maps, or modded tools or even third-party programs that make the ARK life easier. Wildcard has never opposed this, but in the contrary encouraged the creativity and enthusiasm of the community. Even crossover mods between ARK and Atlas were allowed for players like me who missed Atlas mechanics in ARK. But Wildcard went one step further and hired many of the modders from the sponsored mod program. A large part of the team currently working on ARK and even ARK 2 was filled by former modders. Malicious tongues would of course now claim that the mod program is actually just a recruitment program, but honestly, why not? If good and capable people can be found through this, it's a good thing. I would like to see at least both of these points carried over into ARK 2. I'm relatively critical of many of the decisions made for ARK 2, but as long as we can provide our own service and as long as mods are supported, I am happy. At least regarding to the mods, we got the info that they want to support mods and also offer cross-platform support for the console, and I'm very curious about that. Apart from the two reasons mentioned, I also think that good planning and a large portion of luck have been contributed to the success of the game. I'm excited to see what the future will bring. Now to you, which mechanics from ARK 1 do you really want to see in ARK 2? Let me know in the comments, I'm happy to hear your thoughts. If you want to know if it's worth starting ARK this year, then I have this video to have a look at. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, bye!